All right, let's start. Seated, legs out in front. Legs relaxed. Inhale, arms up. And forward fold. Allow your head to drop down. And feel this stretch coming up the back of your legs, into your lower back, into the back of your neck. Nice deep conscious breaths. Feeling your lungs expand as you inhale. Feeling the weight of your weight on your mat as you exhale. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. And then slowly start to round up, stack your spine. Let's plant the palms a little bit behind you. Fingers pointing forward. Point your toes. And then we're just going to lift the hips up. Soles of your feet on the floor. Kind of a reverse plank. And slowly lower back down. And then we're going to swing the legs around to the back, coming onto all fours. Let's do some cat-cows here. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, round your back. Moving with your breath. Really getting your spine moving, including your neck. After your next exhale, back to neutral spine. And let's go side to side. Inhaling to one side, exhaling to the other. Bringing the crown of your head towards your hips. Feeling that lateral motion in your vertebrae. Making the motions nice and smooth. And then back to a neutral spine. So let's bring the weight into your right knee and the left hand. And then you're going to extend your left leg back behind. As you exhale, pull your belly in towards your spine. Now extend your right arm forward, reaching and stretching in opposite directions, keeping a nice flat back here. Inhale, lift, hold it, lifting your heel and your arm a couple inches, a little bit of a back bend. Come back to neutral. Let's plant just the right palm down and then turn your hips open to the side and place your left foot on the floor. So it's a little bit of a balance challenge here, balancing on your right hand and your knee, your left foot, and then reach your left arm overhead for a big side stretch. And now even more of a balance challenge, you can try lifting your left leg in the air so everything's parallel to the floor. Now set your left foot down. Let's turn back to face the floor into all fours. So now the weight is in your left knee, your right hand. Lift your right leg behind you, reach and stretch your right toes back. Pulling your abdomen in so your spine is supported, and then reach your left arm forward. Reaching and stretching, strong core. Now lift your arm and leg a couple inches, coming into a little bit of a back bend here. Just using those muscles on the back side of the body a little bit more. Come back to neutral, parallel to the floor, and then just set your left hand down. Open your hips out to the side and place your sole of your right foot on the floor. Now reach your right arm overhead, reaching and stretching a big side stretch here. And then for extra balance challenge, try lifting your right leg in the air, everything parallel to the floor. Set your right foot down. Let's turn to face the mat and come back to all fours. So we're going to be coming into downward dog next. So walk your hands forward a little bit, curl your toes under, and lift your hips in the air. If it feels good to you, you can walk your knees, bend your knees one by one, walking it out here. So remembering to spread your fingers wide, press into your knuckles, press the floor away. Try shaking your head, keep your neck relaxed. So with both knees bent, let's press the chest towards the thighs, lift your hips in the air, and reach down through your heels. Now lift your right leg in the air, reach back through your toes, and open hips out to the side, bend your right knee, and that stretch in the right hip. And then square your hips to the floor, set your right foot down, let's do the other side. Lift your left leg in the air, reach back, bend your left knee and open your hips out to the side. Square your hips to the mat, set your left foot down, and then look forward between your hands. You can hop or step to the front of your mat. Bring feet hip width apart. Make sure that the insides of your feet are parallel so your toes are pointing straight ahead. Bend your knees. Option to grab your elbows here and dangle. As you breathe here, feel your spine decompressing towards the floor. Release your elbows. And we're going to bend the knees and come up into a different form of chair pose. So your knees are bent, hips are coming down, and your arms are coming straight forward. Contract your triceps, reach your fingertips forward. Make sure your body weight's all the way back in your heels so that you can bring your upper body back. From here, bring your palms together at the center of your chest. Keep your left leg bent and step your right foot back into low lunge. And we're going to twist to the left. Bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Look up and twist. Untwist. Let's step back into the chair leg. The right foot hip width apart from the left, knees bent, and then step your left foot back and twist to your right. Bring your left elbow to the outer right knee. Abdomen sucked in, look up to the ceiling, twist. Legs strong. Untwist, step back into chair. Feet hip width apart, knees bent, and let's forward fold. All right, so from here, let's toe heel your feet together. Toes touching, a little gap between your heels. And then inhale, slowly round up. Arms up. And let's interlace the fingers, release the index fingers. So you're pointing straight up ahead, up overhead with your index fingers. Squeeze your head with your biceps. Squeeze your legs and glutes. Stomach in, tailbone down. Take a breath. And as you exhale, push your hips off to the left and bring your upper body to the right. So this is stretching the left side of the body, but also using a lot of core strength to keep your shoulders and hips parallel to the wall you're facing. Press into both feet, stomach in, and stretch through your fingertips. Come back to center. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, push your hips to the right and bring your upper body to the left. Legs are strong. Reach through your fingertips. Keep breathing. Make sure you're still pulling your abdomen in. Then come back to center. So look up towards your fingertips and bring your head back. Stomach in. Make sure your legs are still really strong. And then start to bring your upper body back into a little back bend here. The hips are coming forward, upper body back. Feel the upper spine bending. Then come back to center. Let's dive forward. And wrap your arms around the back of your knees. Grab your elbows behind your legs. So your legs can be bent here. Let your head hang. And then rolling the weight forward towards the toes. Try to straighten your legs a little bit more. Maybe eventually you can get your legs all the way straight. Release your elbows, hands to the floor, and let's step back into plank. Shift your weight forward, lower all the way to the mat. And then let's bring our arms square sides, palms face down. We're going to lift everything in the air, arms, body, head, legs. So flying here, arms behind you. Make your neck long. And just feel all of the muscles on the back of your body working hard. But not so hard that you can't breathe comfortably. And slowly lower down. Let's bring your right ear on the mat. Extend your right arm out to the side and press up onto your right side for this pec stretch. You can move your arm up or down to increase or decrease the intensity. You can even bend at the elbow, which will change the sensation a bit. Then once you find the spot you want to stay, just take some deep breaths. Come back to your stomach. And let's do this full locust again. So bring your arms straight by your sides, palms down. And then lift everything in the air. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Lift your legs using your hamstrings and glutes. Got all the muscles on either side of your spine engaged. Make sure you're breathing comfortably. Couple more breaths. And slowly come down. And let's do the other side. Left arm out. Press up onto your left side. Make any adjustments you need to with your left arm to find that really nice stretch in the left shoulder. And then breathe. All right, roll back onto your stomach and let's press back up onto all fours. We're going to do that sequence one more time. So let's start by sending your left leg back and the right arm forward, abdomen in, nice long spine, reach and stretch. Now inhale, lift arm and leg a few inches. Feeling that back bend. Come back to parallel, place your right hand on the mat. Open your hips out to the side, left sole of your foot on the floor, and left arm overhead, reaching and stretching, big side stretch on the left. Option now to lift your left leg off the floor, arm and leg parallel to the floor. Set your left foot down, come back to all fours. Let's extend the right leg behind and the left arm, reach and stretch in opposite directions. Abdomen in, strong core here. Now lift arm and leg a couple inches, keeping the abdomen strong. Set the left hand down, open hips out to the right, and set the right foot down. Reach overhead with your right arm. Feel that big stretch. Option to lift the right leg and balance here. Arm and leg engaged, reaching in opposite directions. Right foot down, come back to all fours. And then walk hands forward a few inches, curl your toes under, lift your hips into downward dog. Pressing into your knuckles, press the floor away, lift your hips. Feel this great stretch in the back of the legs. Nice deep inhale and exhale through the mouth. Now lift your right leg in the air, bend your right knee, open hips out to the side. Square your hips to the floor, right foot down. Other side, lift your left leg up, bend your left knee, open hips out to the side. Square your hips, bring your left foot down, and then look forward, walk or hop or step to the front of your mat. Feet hip width apart, bend your knees, and dangle here. This time, option to interlace your fingers behind your back and have your arms fall forward over your head. Release your hands. All right, we're going to come up into our chair with arms stretching forward. So sit back, weight into the heels, hips as low as you can get them, arms stretching forward, strong arms. And then palms together at the center of your chest. Let's step the left foot back and twist to the right. Untwist, step back into your chair. Now step your right foot back into this low lunge, twist to the left. Stomach in, spine twisting. Untwist, step back into chair. And forward fold. And then let's bring the toes together, a little gap between your heels. Inhale, round up, arms out and up, and then palms together. Interlace your fingers, release your index fingers. So legs strong, glutes strong. Take a deep breath and exhale, abdomen in, hips to the left, upper body to the right. Trying to keep everything parallel to the front, whatever wall you're facing. Inhale back to center. Another inhale, stretch up, and exhale over to the left. Feeling this opening up that whole right side of your body. Press your feet into the floor. Reach through your fingertips. And come back to center. Look up towards your hands. Make sure again that your legs and stomach are strong. Lift up out of your waist. And hips forward, upper body back. Come back to center. Release your hands, dive forward, and let's hug your legs, grabbing your elbows behind your knees. The legs can be bent here as much as you need. And then start to roll the weight forward into the toes and slowly push your knees back into your forearms. Trying to straighten the legs a little bit more, feeling that deep stretch on the back of your legs. Release your elbows, place your hands on the floor, and let's step back into plank. Knees down. Actually, we're going to shift the weight forward and lower all the way down to the mat. Bring your arms by your sides, palms facing down. And before we even lift up here, contract your legs and arms. And then inhale to lift everything off the floor. Use your shoulder blades together. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Feel the muscles on either side of your spine. And slowly lower down. Right arm out to the side. Let's press up onto the right side. Find the perfect spot for your arm today. Take some breaths here. Breathing deeply into those muscles in the right shoulder. And come back, face the mat, stomach on the floor. Arms by your sides. One more time. Lift everything in the air, everything contracted. Triceps contracted, hamstrings, glutes, back muscles. This last moment, let's just lift up a little bit higher as you can and slowly lower back down. And then extend your left arm out to the side, push onto your left side. Come back to your stomach. Let's push back onto all fours and then swing your legs around to the front. You're just lightly holding behind your knees. We're going to slowly curl down to the mat as slowly as you can, just trying to touch one vertebra to the mat at a time. And then all the way down to the mat. So let's start by bringing the right knee in. Take your left hand and grab the pinky side of your foot. Bump the hips to the right, and then let your legs come over to the left. So try to keep that right shoulder on the floor. See if you can extend that right leg off to the side. And then right arm comes out to the side, and option to turn your head to the right. So hopefully feeling a nice stretch coming along the outside of the right leg here, as well as your spine twist. Release your right foot. Let's bring hips back to the mat. Curl in towards your knees to get the spine realigned. And then feet back to the floor. Let's lift the left leg. Take your right hand and grab the pinky side of your right foot. Bump the hips over to the left a little and let your legs fall off to the right. See how much you can straighten that left leg. See if you can try to keep that left shoulder on the floor and then left arm out to the side. Option to turn your head to the left as well. Release your left foot. Just bring hips back to center. Again, here, let's curl in, head to knees to realign the spine. And then bringing your legs out long for our 2-minute Savasana. So I'm going to keep my knees bent up, but arms by your sides, tuck your shoulders underneath you. And just focus on your breath. Allowing yourself some time here where you have no obligations. Nobody needs you. You can just be right here, enjoying this time to yourself. If your mind is wandering, notice if any tension has crept into your body. Try to relax yourself as much as possible using your exhales. Watching your muscles relax as you exhale. Now start to deepen your breath. Move fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs. Bring your arms over your head for a full body stretch. And then you can either turn onto your side to push up or roll back and forth on your spine to come back to seated.